couple of years ago, we said that in the future, factories would just have a human to take care of the robots and a dog to take care of the human. You called us crazy, but here we are. The age of AI is finally upon us. You ignored that video back then. Let's see if you ignore this one too. But this isn't the time for despair, it's the time to adapt. Today we're going to take you on a journey through the skills and jobs that are now obsolete thanks to the rise of AI. Welcome to Alux.com. Number 1. Copywriting. Let's start off with the most obvious one. Many people fail to embrace the fact that writing as we know it is done. From big publications to marketing copywriting, everything's being replaced with AI because AI can do it at least at the same level, but 100 times faster and mostly for free. The Los Angeles Times is using an AI to automatically generate articles about sports and election results. The Washington Post is using the same AI to generate any article that's data-driven. Forbes is doing the same thing, and so is The Guardian. Now, yes, sometimes that AI is generating facts about Bigfoot because some genius also fired those who are supposed to be supervising the AI, but that's a different story. But the point remains, basic writing as a skill is now useless. Instead of an entire team of writers, you only need someone to supervise and fine-tune the AI and let it do its thing. Now, will this mean that all content on the internet will soon be trash? Yeah, because very few will go to the length of actually making a piece of content that's worth consuming. But we need to see how this is going to play out. Until then, if you're a mid-level copywriter, it's time to reinvent yourself. Number 2. Basic customer support. Many argue that AI can't replace human interaction. How do you know this script isn't written by an AI? How do you know the voice you're listening to isn't in fact an AI? Imagine I just go beep boop out of nowhere. The point is, you actually wondered about it for a second. The point is, chatbots are currently almost indistinguishable from human speech, and we're only at version 1. You've been asking Siri to wake you up for the next morning for years now. We're already used to using robots to make these types of tasks easier. Natural language processing helps AI to understand and replicate human speech. It doesn't get frustrated. It doesn't patronize you. The most common complaint people have against customer support is they often have no clue what they're doing. But imagine talking to a customer support representative who knows literally everything and how to fix it. So yeah, customer support, that's gone too. Number 3. Lawyers. What's the job of a lawyer anyway? To provide legal advice to someone who doesn't know the law. It's data-driven, meaning a robot can do it better. In fact, big law firms have been using AI lawyers since 2016, you just didn't know about it. Now that AI's gotten to the point where we can mimic human behavior and they have access to all the data, there's little reason to have teams of lawyers. And while we're at it, doctors, they fall into the same category. It's just a matter of distribution and user interface, which are the easiest problems to solve. Number 4. Programmers. We're talking about entry-level to mid-level, but probably most of them eventually. People are already making websites from scratch with zero coding knowledge. Digital construction work has been democratized. The Grid is a website builder that creates a website design and code for you just by using the content you provide. Another example is AutoCode, a tool that can understand your instructions and write the code for you. And again, these are in version 1, the super early days. It hasn't even been half a year since the AI revolution started. And will those programs replace all programmers? Well, probably not. Not all of them, but most. Number 5. SEO. Between you and I, we believe SEO has been dead for years and was replaced by watch time and click-through rate. But that's another story. It used to be that someone had to manually go through a website and apply certain guidelines to boost its rankings in Google search, besides straight up paying for it. That's useless now. An AI can analyze your website and make changes to boost its ranking in one click. There's no need for SEO or website copywriting for that matter, as we discussed in our first point. Number 6. Marketing. Literally every aspect of marketing can be done better and faster by an AI. Audience targeting? The AI can analyze customer behavior and identify the most likely target audience. Content. The AI can generate short-term content from descriptions to social media posts in a second, based on its previous research. And ads? Well, it's the same as the previous 2 points combined. Now, you could argue that marketing is both a strategic and a creative process, and the AI can't handle the creative part. Well, let's make a bet. We believe we're only a couple of months away from AI Instagram models who don't actually exist in real life, but gathered huge followings with AI-generated photos and AI-generated text and will sell millions in ads. We'll get back to this once that happens. Number 7. Accounting. AI-powered accounting software can automatically generate invoices, track expenses, and even prepare taxes. It can also provide insights and predictions on a company's financial performance. It's like having a personal robot accountant that works 24/7. Take Xero, for example. It's an AI-powered accounting software that can automatically categorize expenses, create invoices, and even predict cash flow. It can also integrate with other tools to make the accounting process more efficient. Once those things go mainstream, there will be no reason to have an accountant ever again. Number 8. Basic graphic design. The world finally caught up with AI once it saw how it could draw. Now, regardless of where you stand on this topic, it doesn't change the fact that a local coffee shop doesn't need graphic design work anymore. It just asks the AI to make a logo with a description for its business based on a given story, and the job is done. How will this change the design world? Well, we don't know just yet, because look, humanity has never had to face something so wild before. We'll just have to wait and see. But one thing is for sure, basic design work is all being grabbed up by AI. Number 9. Music production. The argument here is that the AI cannot create original work, thus meaning that everything it does is technically stealing. For example, you can't ask it to score a film in the style of the great Hans Zimmer if it doesn't know the work Hans Zimmer has done and take inspiration from it. And if it does, that's considered stealing from Hans Zimmer. It's hard to argue with that. But what about this? Let's say we ask the AI to analyze every hit song in history and write a chord progression and some lyrics that are most likely to strike a chord with the majority of people. And it does. Now, who is it stealing from? All of us? And how do you prove it? You see, we're starting to get into a gray area where it's really hard to pinpoint where the human input stops and the AI begins. Number 10. Teaching. Now, this might be the weirdest one on this list, but it's worth looking into. So one of the things we've discovered when playing around with AI is that with the right prompts, you can learn a lot of really specific things really quick, which, is something you could also do on the Alux app, by the way. There's tons of curated knowledge you can absorb in 10 to 20 minutes a day. But okay, back to this video. Now, of course, the stuff AI is teaching you doesn't include the personal experience of someone, but when you want to quickly get updated on a certain topic, it works surprisingly well. And that's actually how people manage to create websites from scratch with no prior coding knowledge. They didn't ask for the code straight up. They also asked how to use it and how it works. Which brings us to the point of this video. We mentioned in the video that companies will soon be left with just someone to handle the AI and the dog to handle the person. So if you want to secure your future, you have to find a way to become that person. And the way you do that will be to learn how to use AI to your advantage. We're currently going through a global blockbuster scenario. It's pretty much adapt or die for 90% of the businesses out there. The only ones that will survive and thrive in this new revolution will be those who understand how to leverage this technology to 10x their own productivity and creativity. Let us know if we should do some more content around this topic. It's certainly something that really makes us more curious by the day. Until then, Aluxer, get educated, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.